Hey guys, me Gerald and Max here, and welcome back to Force of Will Wednesdays. I'm here with Savage,
Hey,
and we'll be going on his soul deck, the red and blue.
yeah.
So let's start off
We'll
with
start off with the J rule, which is Soul. To J activate him, he needs 3 to J activate.
a 4. Was it 3? No,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's 3.
3. Okay, 3.
If I'm going second, the Energize gives me a Will coin, which I can remove for red or blue mana. And I also get red or blue mana for the cost of Ancient Magics in the form of the 2 mana that I get on him. And you can build up that mana for late game. His J activated side, when he comes into the field, gets 5 mana counters on him, so that's a good start. Secondly, he can remove from play 1 Runic Commander Demon Acolyte to give him an extra 5 mana counters and boost his attack by 600. So in the end you'll have 10 mana counters, which is really good for ending people quickly. And that's all. Moving on to the main deck. The guy that I was talking about at 4, because he places the counters on my guy, and he can be looped by using any chance to bounce himself back to hand. He's a 6/6, so it's a good beat stick and only costs 2 mana.
Okay.
Later on you'll see a chant which allows me to loop this guy. But that's mainly what he's used for, is to put the mana counters on my J-Ruler. Secondly is my little tech, which is prokaryotic being. I basically call it slime to make it easier. It's got 0 attack and defense at the start, but boosts its attack and defense by 200 for each chant in the graveyard, which is what this deck is based around.
And what, you pay either a red for swiftness and a blue for flying?
Yes. So sometimes if I want to end the game, I go red and blue to get past most defenses and go straight for their life points.
Sort of reminds me of Mechanical Sprite. I pay a mana to give it flying.
Yeah. But the main reason for him is he's a big beat stick for a cheap cost. So it's pretty good.
Semi-late game, I guess?
Yep. He is mainly for the late game. I've got this guy, Combat Wizard of Altar. When he comes into play, I can put a mana counter on my J-Ruler. If I want, I can remove a mana counter to give this guy swiftness, but I never use that because he's weak. He's a 1 cost, so it's good to put on mana counters, but he's at 2 because he is weak. Whereas my main deck guy is a lot better. But moving on. These
Just don't die.
are
They just don't
Move
die.
starts
It just,
illusionary soldiers.
it just takes the damage and it doesn't
Well,
just prevents
during
it.
your opponent's turn, it takes no damage. So it's an infinite blocker, which is good. And if they do try to kill us during my turn, I just tap a blue to return it back to my hand to avoid the damage during my turn. That's if they do. Really good blocker for blue. But sometimes it's not good in late game, but he's good for early game. Hence why I run at 4, because I want to see it at the start. Then we've got 2 twin-headed dragons. The reason why it's at 2 is because of the high cost for it. Because I want to do the awakening as well. It's a flying as well, so it's a big beat stick flying. I can tap red for its awakening to deal, I think it's 1,000 damage to something on the field.
Yeah,
Yep.
to target, isn't it?
And I
Water.
can tap blue to rest 2 resonators on my opponent's side of the field. Most of the time I'm dealing the K to their guy just to get rid of it. But if I can end the game by resting their resonators, then I'll do that instead. That's why he's in there, because it's 1k, 1k, and flying. Moving on to my main spell, Rune of Soul. It's a 2 cost, and it's a quick cast, so I can do it during my opponent's turn. It'll search my deck for a ancient magic card, so it can search itself out, which is really good for thinning out my deck and getting slime up so that I can beat over stuff. Because 4 of these in the bin, that's 800 attack, so he's a decent attacker once these are all in the bin. But it's mainly to, like, in an emergency, I can grab whatever ancient magic I want, suiting the situation.
Okay.
It's good for that reason. Then we've got 4 of this. Steam Explosion. This thing is retarded.
Because this card can deal 200 damage multiplied by the X.
So with Soul, you pile up the mana counters on him. Once you've got enough mana counters to kill your opponent, you aim for one of their resonators. It deals the damage to the resonator and your opponent. So it's a way of instantly killing out your opponent straight away.
When it says like times by X, it's just you pay the 2, like 1 fire, 1 water, then you can play as many mana as you want.
So
the by 200 damage by the Bummo.
So if I J-activate my Soul, he'll have 10 counters on him. So take away 2, and then there's 8 more. So that's 8 times 2, which is 1,600 damage. That's a lot of damage in this game, seeing as your life is at 4k. It's almost half your life points. So this is really crucial in my deck for ending the game. But yeah, that's why that's in there. Next is the Firebomb. Conjuring Time Bomb. You can either pay 2 mana to activate it during the beginning of your turn. It will, well, to start off with, it always summons a token. That token has the effect of, when it's activated without the awakening, during the beginning of your turn, blows up, dealing K to everything your opponent controls and your opponent. Its awakening allows it to happen during your end phase. That's why this is at 4, because it's a easy border wipe. Because a lot of things are below a K, and you'll see later that there's another card within my deck which will allow me to deal with anything that's big that has been dealt damage by this, via this later.
That's fair.
This one is World Flame Summoning, and the reason why it's a 2, high cost once again. It's got you choose 2 of its effects. One is to banish, your opponent chooses one of their special magic stones and banishes it. You can deal 800 damage to each resonator your opponent controls. You can deal 800 damage to your opponent, or 1,500 damage to target J Ruler. Most of the time I'm dealing the 800 to all their resonators and themselves, but if they don't have the resonators, I can go for the special magic stones if they have it, and 800 damage to them. It's good for dealing with the problems and J Rulers in general, because most J Rulers don't tend to be bigger than 15. So that's why that's in there. Then we go to the chants. Start off with, we got the Flanking Shots. The reason why this is up for is that's the card that loops my guy.
It's one of those like generic cards for like red decks. It deals 400 to everything, and then you can summon a guy with swiftness, that's what, 3 costs a lot?
Yep.
Yeah, so, and pretty good card for it. Like, it's coming out of rotation, I think. It's in a couple of months, I think.
And it'll probably get a reprint though,
Maybe.
because it's such a good card. But yeah, that's in there because of the loop. And like I said earlier, with the bombs, I've got Demon Flame. It can either deal 500 damage to something, or it can instantly pop a guy. That's been
dealt
damage.
Yeah.
So when the time bomb goes off at the beginning of my turn, anything that's surviving, I can just pop it with this.
Mm.
It's really good for that purpose, which is why I run out of 4. And anything small, it can deal with that as well.
Okay.
Not that I really need to.
It's just like,
It's a
you
1
like
cost
swing,
as well.
you swing into something, they probably rest, then you play this card to pop it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why that's in there. And then I have 2 flame traps. These are spell chance standbys, so they for those that play Yu-Gi-Oh, it's kind of like a trap. For as long as you've got the cost of 3, you tap 2 mana to set it in the chance standby, like so. And once you've met the requirements, so a fire magic stone, and my opponent controls 4 or more resonators, it'll then flip itself up if I want to, and deal 800 to every single resonator they control. So it's really good for board wipe, and it's an easy card to just set them back and make them a little bit worried. Also, like I said with the time bomb, it works with Demon Flame Demon Flame to pop the cards that survive this. Most of the time, they don't survive this. It's quite good. Then we're moving on to the magic stones. Start off with the soul magic stones. The main reason why I'm using these is because it's related to the J ruler, because it's able to tap another mana and itself to put a mana counter on my guy on soul. But most of the time I use it to summon stuff or use the chance. But if I've got any spare during my opponent's end phase, I will tap this and another magic stone to give my guy the mana so it's unrested during my turn, and I used it up. That's why I use that. Then we got magic stone of Hearth's Core.
Yeah, it's just like a
Another
basic
blue-red magic stone.
blue-red stone. There's not really much to go on about.
No, it's
Just
the
one of
reason
those.
why I run all these special stones is because my deck is red and blue, not just red. Otherwise, I would have been running plain, and then the one off red and blue stone.
So yeah, just generic red and blue stones really.
But the artwork on these looks pretty nice.
Mm.
I mean, the gecko and the splashing water. To be honest, I could probably change this to the turtle one. It'll look
The new Toe one, yeah. If you guys didn't see our Return of the Dragon Emperor box opening, we got like Savage enjoys a certain like magic stone, the Turtle one. I'll leave that in the description below.
I like anything that's got a animal within it, because it looks a lot better than just water splashing.
So yeah, that has been the Soul deck profile.
Yep.
Hope you guys I hope you guys are enjoying these Force of Will Wednesdays. Yeah, hopefully it carries on. Anything you want to say?
If you want to play Force of Will, Unity Center is happy to do tournaments on Saturdays for Force of Will.
Yeah, and plus it's a cheaper card game.
Yeah.
Like most of these cards are about what, 45p or something.
Yep.
Full arts are probably like worth their like money. They're probably obviously higher probably what, £10 or something, 5.
5 probably.
So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this deck profile, and I'll see you guys in the next Full Tour Wednesday.